Good evening, everybody. Welcome to What He Said with Kevin Walker. I am Kevin Walker. I got those same two lovely ladies again with me 3 weeks. Hey, look, can this be considered a threesome 3 weeks in a row? That's three
I,
weeks in a row with the same three people. Is this a
that
threesome or what? I'm
it
just
got
asking.
it got to be the same three people because I believe in commitment.
Right.
That
I
is
think
it.
so.
I don't like to switch partners now. Don't be adding nobody else.
Right.
All right.
I would say that this does classify as a threesome.
All right, all right. Well, we in. Look, we got some interesting topics tonight, ladies. But before we do that, I made a post this week that says
Mhm.
when a man marries a woman, he's either abducting her or he's rescuing her. Some people agreed, some people vehemently
Some people
disagreed,
vehemently disagree,
but
but
let me state my case.
Mm.
So when I talk about a man marrying a woman and I speak of him rescuing her, this is my point with that. Sonya,
Mhm.
if I take you on, Sonya, as my wife,
Mhm.
then I should totally upgrade whatever situation you in. I don't care what it is. I should upgrade your situation as a man. I should
Fact.
come into your life and make your life better, whatever that means.
Agreed.
From a financial aspect, or however. I mean, I don't,
It should be an
wherever it
upgrade.
is, wherever it is I met you at, you shouldn't go backwards when I come into your life.
Right.
As a man, I'm going to rescue your situation. There's never a time as a man when I come into your life should I take away from your situation. I should only be adding to make you a better person from every aspect of
True,
it. And
but why does that
I
that's true, but why is that necessarily a rescue?
because I'm upgrading the situation. I'm making
But it don't
something better. When you rescue or you save somebody from something, you're helping. You're making them better. If y'all go, if we go fishing, all three of us go fishing, and the boat capsize and flip over, and I pull both of y'all out the water, aren't you gonna consider being saved?
that's being rescued. However,
Especially if you can't swim.
right, because you will be rescuing me because I can't swim. I had swimming lessons 5 times, didn't get it. That is a rescue.
Go ahead, Nicole.
However,
Go ahead, Nicole. I see you chomping at the bit. Go ahead.
Because you cannot compare a rescue to a upgrade. That's two
right,
different things.
right.
Because some people don't need to be saved; they just need to
Mhm.
be enhanced.
Mhm.
When you say you rescuing me, you make it seem like I'm struggling. If you meet
Right.
me, I already got a house. I already got a
Mm-hmm.
car. I got a career. I make
Mm-hmm.
good money. My credit good. You not rescuing me. You
Right.
may be elevating me or adding to what I already have. Now,
Enhancing.
if you dating Tashika and she on housing and you marry her and you take her to your nice house in Pearland and she was on the bus and you give her a car, maybe you could say you
You
rescued her,
rescuing her.
but
I
you
do.
ain't rescuing me. You
I do
feel
know.
me?
I do know a Tashika, and she gonna be offended by that. No, I'm kidding.
But
Well,
but but you see what I'm saying? I think it's
Yeah.
I
I
no,
I, I know
I
what you're trying
totally.
to
I
say. It's the selection, it's the word
Of
selection,
words.
the
The
word
choice of
choice.
words.
no, I get it, and that's why I particularly use. Hold on, y'all. Let me straighten out this camera angle, because my face is covered up. Let's see if that helps.
There you go.
There you go. We need to look into them eyes.
Right.
So, so here's the thing. Here's why I use the term rescue, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm only talking about me
Mm-hmm.
because when I come into a woman's life, And I can use a situation that I've been in when I did get married. The one time I was married, when I met her, she was driving like a 77 pickup truck. It was her dad's old truck. And I upgraded her from that truck to a brand new Maxima. Then she went from a brand new Maxima to a Mercedes. Now, mind you, this was a woman that was degree. She had a college degree and went on as we were married to get her master's. So she did not need me, but because I was there, I continued to help rescue the situations that maybe she was in. And I'm using the term rescue simply because for me as a man, when I come into your life, I want to upgrade it so much to where you always feel like you walking on water. You can't make no decision without thinking about me. I ain't saying you got to confer with me, but you ain't going to make a decision without thinking about me because of what I add to your situation. Now, I can't argue with what you've had or what you've done in the past, but I promise when you get with dudes like me, and it's a bunch of them out there, Ron Love, Dal McClinton, Chauncey Williams, they gonna upgrade you. Chauncey Williams gonna upgrade you. Chauncey Williams gonna spend some money on you.
Hey, Chauncey. No, seriously. So instead of using that choice of word, wouldn't you say you made an investment because you invested in her? That's just like when you have a savings account and you keep depositing into the savings account, it earns interest and then it grows like together. Because I'm sure it was things that I hope it was things that she did to enhance you, to make you a better person.
My savings account ain't gonna grow because I'm gonna burn mine up every night about 3 or 4 times a week. So whatever I get to put in my savings account, when I roll you over, if I roll you over, I might enter where you are. If you're on your stomach, I might just enter from there. I'm just saying, for me, I'm burning my savings up, so it ain't gonna grow.
You know what? It be your own.
Well, I'm saying I'm gonna go piggyback off what Tough Cat said. Now, if you want to use the terminology rescue, that's something to do. That got something to do with you. Because we just painted 2 different type of women. Because if you marry me, you're not rescuing me. You are gaining a partner that I'm not your equal. You still a man, but I have my money. I have my career. I have things going on. So you're not saving me. When I think of rescue, I think about somebody being saved. Let me see what Siri says the definition of rescue is.
Come on, definition.
Siri, what's the definition
and let's
of
also
rescue?
say there is no my money.
Rescue means save someone from a dangerous or distressing situation.
Save someone from a danger.
I'm saving you from the world.
Okay, Superman, put your cape on. We know
you damn right. You damn right. I'm Superman.
Okay.
If that's what you need to feel, we need to stroke
right.
your ego.
That's my whole point. If you need to feel like you saving me, you can feel like that, but don't treat me like you saving me.
I'm going to treat you like the queen that you are. That's why I chose you. That's why I chose to make you a wife.
Okay.
And not keep you as a homie.
Okay.
Let's be for real. Like, this topic it's sad. Like, do people even want to get married anymore? Like, are people getting married?
Yeah, I know about 4 people who got married in the last month.
Yeah, people getting married.
People getting married, okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's sad about it?
No, seriously, like, why?
You don't want to be married? You don't want to be married?
No, pause. I do.
Oh, okay. I'm just.
But why is it like even a topic of conversation when it comes to 2 people joining together? Like, again, it's that word, that saving thing. Why? Like, if we equal, let's go back. If we doing biblical and we equally yoked, like, I don't get the saving part. The saving part is depressing. Like you said, it's like I'm out in the middle of the ocean and I'm drowning.
But that's for him. The rescue and the saving, that's for the person who's using that word. They need to
Okay.
use that word. That's how I view it.
Okay, we're just gonna let him use that word. We're
Yeah,
gonna let you do
we're
that.
gonna move on. He know we know what he means.
Yeah, there you
So,
go.
He
so,
we know
so when you,
we understand.
so
And
we'll be at your wedding with bells on when you pick your person you're saving.
right.
Okay.
And that way, and then we'll see what happens. So we'll see if he understood the assignment.
I'm gonna be there with bells on. Look at you, girl. You done got saved.
Right. Girl, I wanna
Mr.
be
Walker done saved you.
saved. Is that kizza shizza wizza?
Don't save her. She don't want to be saved.
I
Exactly.
wanna be saved.
Some of them don't want to be saved. So
Mm.
look, let's move on then. Let's go into the
Yeah.
topics for tonight. Let's go
Mm-hmm.
into the topics for. We got 4 good topics to talk about. We got the phrase slipper spoon.
I don't even
Slipper
know what
spoon.
that means.
What is it?
What that mean?
Yeah, slipper spoon. Y'all know what
What
a
is
slipper spoon is?
I
No.
don't never heard of it.
Okay. Yeah, you have. And watch, I'm finna show you have. Remember
Mm.
that thing your grandmother and them used to have to put in the back of
Put
their
the
shoe to
shoe
help them
on.
put their shoe on?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm, that's a shoehorn.
That was a slipper spoon back then.
Okay.
Google that slipper spoon. Google that. Google that.
I know what it is now that you described it, but how does that apply to relationships?
I'm about to tell you.
Mm.
Our another topic we have is the shoe cover effect.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know what a shoe cover does, right?
It cover the bottom of your shoe, like people put them on when you walk in their house.
Yeah.
It's
But does
supposed to
it?
stop you from bringing the outside elements into the
Inside.
crib.
That's what I'm talking about right there. It help you from doing what? Say it again.
Bringing the
Mm-hmm.
outside elements into the crib.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ladies, stop adopting boyfriends.
Mm-hmm.
And last but not least, this is my homegirl Elisa. I got to give her credit for this one because I love this one for years. Stop pushing parked cars.
Mm.
So let's go back to the last one. Ladies, stop adopting boyfriends. Nicole, you want to talk about that one?
You
What
gotta
does that
explain
mean?
what do you mean by that? Because when you say
What
like
does that mean?
adopt,
Who does
yeah,
that?
like what does that mean?
Are you serious? Who does that?
Like,
Yes.
what do you mean by
What
that?
does that
Like, how you
mean?
adopt a boyfriend?
A
Like, that ain't your
boyfriend.
real boyfriend. Like,
How do you
I mean,
adopt
what?
a child?
You
How do you
move him
adopt a
in and
child?
you move him in and take care of him like as if he's a kid?
That stop adopting him.
oh no, no,
Let
no,
that
no.
let
When
that
I
grown man be a grown man. Y'all, these
listen,
women out here adopting these dudes, and then they want to complain about
Listen.
what he ain't doing or about what he needs to be doing. But you accepted him in that spot. That's how you
You
met
know
him.
what?
When you
listen.
met him, that man told you, come on now, Sonia, have you ever met a guy? And I ain't saying you went no further than that moment, but have you ever met a guy, you too, Nicole, and he said, yeah, right now I'm just in between jobs, but shit, I'm,
If you
or, hold on. Or, yeah, man, shit, I just got out, but my homeboy finna hook me up with this little gig, when I come so I can get back on my feet. Come on, y'all, let's be real.
listen, this
A
real
man that never
simple,
gave you that bullshit.
right? No, yeah, it come all the time. I just got that the other day. But listen, if you're in between anything, they don't need to be in between your legs. If they in between jobs, if they in between houses, if they in between, but you don't even need no relationship. Focus on you. Just focus on you. Equally yoked. If I got a place to stay, if I got a house, I at least need you to have an apartment. If I got a car, I need you to have some transportation. Like, what are we doing? I,
So y'all don't have that one home girl.
no, we do.
Who-
I know. I've been there before. I learned my lesson. Like, I don't even like people to know where I stay for that very reason. I don't need you to come to my house, sizing it up. Oh, she got this, she got that, kicking your feet up, getting comfortable. No, don't. Mm-mm. if you leave a toothbrush, I'm paranoid. What you doing? Wait, what we doing? Wait a minute. No. I don't want
So,
to shack up.
so
Nope.
what advice would you give a
First of
younger,
all, let
give
me,
younger you, give 21-year-old you, who you say been there, done that? What advice right now would you give a 21-year-old tough cat so that that doesn't happen to her, so that she doesn't fall in that situation again, ever?
Don't deal with people that don't. Okay. It's gonna sound mean, but it's like you don't want to write off a good person because they going through something. I get it. Everybody go through something. But I can tell you at the times that I was going through stuff, I didn't feel like facilitating a relationship. I didn't. Everybody is different. You know what I'm saying? It's all about a person having their priorities straight. Because at the end of the day, it was a
the
time where
day
I was
gonna
it was a time where I was homeless, but I had a car and nobody knew it. And I kept my clothes in the cleaners. I would go get them out the cleaners, lay them back in the trunk of my car, had my shoes lined up in the basket, and I would sleep in front of the police storefront right there on the southwest side, but nobody knew it. And then I go to my friend's house and shower and stuff. But did that mean I wasn't a good woman? I didn't deserve a man? No. What that meant was I was just in a place in my life where I wasn't together to be joining with nobody else. Like at that point, I needed to be saved. I could have been saved. You know what I'm saying? So it's like now, I don't know. I'm just in my 40s. I turned 44 on Sunday. I'm not trying to talk to nobody that's living with their auntie, got a roommate. Like you 40 some years old, you got a male roommate. Like I'm not trying to do that. I don't want to do it no more. Been there, done that. So the best advice I can give a woman that's going through that, sweetie, try to talk to somebody that got what you got or got more than what you got. Because if they got more than what you got, they elevating you. So back to what you said, they in
They
the instant,
rescuing. They rescue.
they rescuing. Look, I don't gotta be rescued, but don't make me be the rescuee either. Hell, don't look for me to rescue
well,
you.
my
So,
thing is
Sonya,
this.
yeah, okay, go ahead. Off in the cot. Go ahead, son.
First of all,
Pour your
let's go
drink and
back.
talk to us, auntie. Pour and talk. Pour and talk, auntie.
Look, Auntie ain't letting you come over to that house. I'm telling y'all right now. You ain't moving in. You ain't leaving the toothbrush. You ain't doing none of that.
Listen, this is the thing, and let's go back to adopting boyfriends.
Uh-huh.
Now, have you ever heard the saying, "You can't rape the willing"?
You can't rape the willing.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
You can't adopt a grown ass person that don't want to be adopted. What man is gonna go? What man? Let's make sure we understand. I said man, which doesn't mean just because you have an age, but a man is not going to go and live on a woman and not do something. That person, that man that's gonna go do that is a sorry man.
They do it
And
every day.
he's an opportunist, and
They
he's
do.
immature. And so and he's taking advantage of a person that sees something in him that he don't see in himself. So she's going to give him an opportunity. I've never been in that situation. She's going to give him an opportunity and try to help him. So now if he getting in there and he just in there taking advantage, misusing, doing all that, then I mean he's screwed up. If she adopting him, trying to help him and trying to rescue him, and why she got to be adopting him instead of rescuing him? I'm going back to the first question.
So let me read some of these comments. Felicia Williams said, not only should you be equally yoked in a marriage, you should also be equally yoked in other relationships as well, like friendships.
Yes.
Man,
Then
I'm telling you.
Kim Sanders said, they do it every day. These women taking care of these men. Ron Love said, women have been doing this for 6,000 years.
Damn,
Ron,
Ron.
stop playing. Y'all,
I don't
Rob,
know.
let's
I
get
don't know
married.
what women he
Let's
talking
play the
about.
game.
No, but
But you gotta have somebody to match your energy. If the person can't match your energy, that's just like with your
Sonya,
friends.
Sonya,
You
these
know,
women cars and dropping them off at work, baby. They
Y'all
dropping
need
listen,
these women off at work.
I know a few, and I don't understand it.
and
I
picking
don't
them
know.
up
Let me tell you
late.
something. Let me tell you what I saw in
And
my
picking
house.
them up late. They
Let me tell
dropping
you
them
what I
off and
saw.
picking them up late.
But that depends on how they were raised. Because in my house, my daddy went to work, my mama stayed at home. You know what I'm saying? It was a different setting. So these people, maybe they don't have no guidance. Grandmothers are like 45 years old today. You know, a lot of kids having kids young, and these people are not. I was just telling my sister today, I said, you know what? I need to get some professional women together and do a charm school. Tough Cat, you ever been to charm school? Did you go to charm
Never,
school when you were a kid?
never.
I went to charm school. My mama sent me to me and all my sisters, and it taught you how to be a lady. It taught you etiquette. It taught you to know what your value is. And my father always told me, "You're beautiful. You're worth." You know, I had somebody encouraging me. Those people, they don't have nobody encouraging them. Or maybe, and you know, it's a lot like this young girl that I know that take care of her dude. She getting money. And he is a bomb ass nigga. He smoke weed, play game all day, and she getting money. She going out getting. They don't have any kids, luckily, but I don't understand how. And she don't have no problem with it.
Listen, y'all know I got a story for everything. It's a true story. Y'all know the stories be bringing tears to my eyes. This
You
is what.
already almost made me cry talking about when you were homeless.
Listen, no, that was real. That was real talk. What happened in this situation is the reason why that whole using the car don't work for me. Y'all, I was 22, worked downtown at Foley's. I let this boy use my car. I got off work at 9 o'clock at night. I'm sitting outside at 9:10, 9:15, 9:20. All of a sudden I hear, I look, this nigga on a motorcycle. I'm standing in here in my slacks with my dress shoes on,
Uh-uh.
no helmet. Where is my car? The nigga said my car ran out of gas. He didn't have no money to put gas in the car. So he jumped on the motorcycle to come get me. Y'all, I had never been on the back of a motorcycle before in my life. Okay? Got these slippery dress shoes on. They on the back of the bike. I'm crying. My tears are going like this through them. Y'all, when that man stopped that motorcycle and I got off and I put my key in my car and it was under E, that was it for me. I was just blown. Like you didn't have that's when gas was like $1. You ain't have
But
$5?
it had gas in it when he dropped you off.
Did it? It sure did. So then that leads me to the next question, baby. Where you been going all day that you done ran my gas side?
Yeah.
I ain't
Oh,
never
and
been that
y'all,
girl.
that was the same one that ended up being gay. I'll tell y'all the other story about same dude.
Yeah.
Same dude. So
Damn.
he was just a gay crackhead at this point.
So
I've not been in those situations, thankfully. But yeah, if you don't, unfortunately, you know, if you don't have a car, I'm not picking you up. If you know, not somebody new, I'm not meeting I don't want to rescue nobody.
They can
I
Uber
don't.
you now. They can Uber to
I'm,
you now. They don't have to have a car. They don't have to
but
have
you're
a
not.
car.
Yeah. Well, listen, it's going to be a problem. You need a
so
car.
Sonya,
Hmm.
I'm currently in between cars. So you're
Uh-huh.
telling me there's no way that you can come pick me up and um take me to work? Like I need to ride to work in the morning. There's no way you can come pick me up and take me
If,
to
if
work?
if I just met you today and you told me that, no, I'm not coming.
Can you explain
Sorry,
in between cars? Like what happened to the car that
I'm
you're
not
in
coming.
between?
I'm not meeting. I'm like I said, I'm not rescuing anyone. I don't. If you in between cars, I'm sorry. I sympathize with your situation, but I just met you. I'm not meeting somebody, and I got my own situation. You don't know what I got going on. I'm not gonna. Unfortunately for me, it's gonna be a hard no. I'm not. Now, if we've been already in a situation and we're familiar with one another, and you got a little situation going on, and you show me that you are a stand-up guy and I can trust you, then I'll give you a ride. But if I just met you today and tomorrow you call me and tell me you need a ride, I'm not available. I'm sorry.
Don't do it,
Yeah.
Miss Seeley.
Huh?
Don't do it, Miss Seeley.
I
So look,
mean,
go ahead.
I'm not trying to be. I mean, it's just gonna be a hard no for me.
A hard
Now,
no.
Ron said, man, we are too old for this shit. But Ron, we say that, and we got dudes out here. Let's be real. I mean, because I could literally drop names.
I
We
can
got
too.
dudes out here that's our age and maybe a touch older that still got the get over technique. That's still trying to get over on women with the simple shit.
One of y'all friends look good, drive a Mercedes Benz, pull up, we eating, we talking. He randomly say, I would invite you over, but my mama at home this week. I said, your mama visiting you? He said, no, we live together, but on the weekend she there, I don't have company. Man, what the hell? And he in his 50s. He be on Facebook looking good, trapping, and
What
stay with his mama.
what color is this Mercedes?
White.
Y'all messy. Y'all messy.
I don't even know. I don't have no clue who she talking about.
It don't
I'm
matter.
just saying, like,
It don't matter.
the facade, the face,
It don't matter.
the put
And,
on
but
for your city be real.
but let me tell you something. No, now this. Let me tell you this.
I'm listening.
I've encountered this. I met a few guys at like 56, 57, and you see these things right here. What you call them, Kevin?
Yeah, the quotes in my quotes.
They are, the mom is staying with them because they're taking care of them because they old. And it could be though, because that could be the case, but then you be like, So I don't know.
No,
It's just right
pause.
now,
Pause.
which is when we bust open in a couple of 2 more weeks when we bust open chatting with your auntie, I got a few topics because relationships, it's hard right now,
Yeah.
especially for a 58-year-old woman that's single, independent, handling my business. It's hard.
So have anybody texted you this week that you didn't want to respond to? Have you been on any dates you want to share with us?
They saw the podcast that gave up.
I know. That's why I'm asking. That's why I'm asking. Have anybody taken
I
you
had a
on a
few
date
people
that
in
you
my
want?
DM.
They must
What?
not like me. Don't nobody talk
Okay,
to
so
me
no,
at the
look.
podcast.
So look, Nicole. Now I'm gonna be real with both. This ain't one of the topics at all, and y'all know that. But I want to know, what do men say when they jump in your DM? Because I'd really like to know because I refuse. I'm talking about me. I refuse to give you a receipt that I was in your DM. Maybe I'm too prideful.
I'm gonna show you. This man jumped in my DM
You
today.
being immature, Kevin Walker. You're being immature. In your old age, you go for what you want.
I
No,
guess you could be right.
it's you being in
Yeah.
my DM is not the problem. It's what you say when you get in there that is the problem. This dude said hello. I said hi. He said something stupid. I said, "Are you spam?" The next thing I see a video of him stroking his meat, talking about I'm about as real as this. Block, delete. First of all, your penis
Wow.
look deformed. It don't turn me on. I've been raped and molested. Now
I
I'm gonna
mean,
go
what's
up.
wrong with
Like,
that dude? What's wrong with him?
I
What
don't
is his
know.
problem that he feel like he got to show his what? What? I don't
Because, baby,
understand.
first of all, where you think you putting that? Because you ain't going to stretch me out and have me.
Well, it's not even about that. You know what? I was talking to my homegirl in Atlanta today, and she told me that this guy's been in her, I think he was in her DM. I don't know. He was somewhere and they connected, so they exchanged numbers. So she called him. Now, she said he been locked up. Well, come to find out, he been locked up 23 years. And block, don't talk, lose the number. But anyway, moving right ahead.
He a whole murderer.
Right. But the
I heard
thing
one of
about
them.
it is, they're talking. He hasn't seen her in 23 years. He hasn't spoken to her because he been locked up.
Mm-hmm.
30 minutes into the conversation, he told her, I remember that dark circles around your nipples. That is
Oh,
so
so
fucking big.
she had slept with him before.
That was her old
23
boyfriend.
years ago.
It was her boyfriend a long time ago.
Oh wow.
Oh,
That
sir.
is degrading. Block him. I will block him.
Move on.
I
He probably
mean,
been thinking about that shit for the past 23 years, because them might have been
guess
the last
what?
set of nipples. Them might have been the last set of nipples he saw though, Sonya.
Well,
So
you know what?
that nigga been thinking about them nipples for 23 years.
I mean, come on, man. That's disrespectful. Is it not disrespectful?
But listen, pause.
Kevin Walker,
No,
is it
Sonya,
disrespectful?
no.
Sonya, they want to know, are you from Cleveland?
I'm from Houston, where we rap a lot.
Oh,
Me?
So you saw that? Now somebody asked that in the question.
No, I can't
Like,
see any of the comments. I'm
Yeah,
not
they
from
said-
Cleveland.
Yeah, we
Is
can't
Sonya
see
from
the
Cleveland?
comments.
I'm from South Park, Texas, from Houston, where we rap a lot.
Thrush
But
Drive.
listen, Miss
That's
Sonya,
right.
you saying it's disrespectful, but it's some females out here, they like that. They respond to that. It's some women out here, you tell them I want to eat you up, they're gonna say what time. You tell me that, I'm gonna say, where your paperwork? Let me see your teeth. Do you floss? Like, it's different type of people out here. It's somebody for everybody. I don't knock nobody for what they do. I'm just letting you know you can't do it over here, and I don't want to do it with you. But hey, to each his own.
Yeah.
What's the next topic, Mr. Walker?
Next, moving right along.
So let's talk about the shoe cover effect.
Mm.
And Nicole nailed it earlier when she said the purpose of a shoe cover, it is exactly just that. When you place shoe covers over your feet to protect the environment that you're going into from the environment you just came out of. It could be mud on your shoes, it could be dirt, it could be dust. But you put those shoe covers on to protect the new environment from your previous setting.
What's wrong with that? That's a good thing, ain't it?
Well, that's almost like sending a representative when you meet somebody.
No. How?
It's not.
It's not. That's
I
a
said
bad,
almost.
That's a
I
bad
said
metaphor.
almost. I said almost.
Come on, you're losing me. Where you trying to go with this?
So the
Yeah,
shoe
with the
cover
shoe-
effect.
What is? Yeah,
I think
expound on
maybe
it.
I feel some kind of way because I got shoe covers, so I'm trying to see where you going with this.
So the shoe
That's
cover
good.
effect is for people when they come into a situation and they meet you, they never give you who they really are because they're so protected about what's happened to them in the past. And I'm not saying the shoe cover effect is a negative, because if I'm upset, if I'm protecting you from my past, I could be protecting you from something that I don't want to become toxic in our situation. So I'm not saying the shoe cover effect is a negative, but I'm saying that's what they consider the shoe cover effect. When you protect somebody from your past, when you just meeting them, when you come into a new situation, because I don't want to portray the toxicity that I've been through onto you, I'm protected with everything I say and do when it comes to you.
So let me ask this.
I'm with
Are
that.
you, since you're protecting, so that means that you're not going to share some things that were challenges or problems for you because you don't want to bring it to this new relationship. So you're going into your new relationship on false pretense. Because
No.
I was just having a conversation with somebody today, and because I was talking about subjects for my podcast, and we were talking about when we're dating, where do we go wrong with dating? And when you're dating, we don't say to people, oh, hey Kevin, how you doing? What high school did you go to? Oh, I went to Sterling. Okay. Did you grow up with both your parents in the home? You know, were you abused? We don't ask those questions. So we don't know what people have gone through. And if
Mm-hmm.
we
True.
started asking those questions, then we wouldn't be in these situationships. But people don't want to answer the questions, and people don't want to ask because they really don't want to know the answer. Or or but when you're dating, are you dating for sex, or are you dating for marriage, or dating for a relationship? And that's a new topic, but that's gonna be one of my topics. But that's the question. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, first of all, I'm burning up over here to talk. Number one, you don't have to date. You don't have to date for sex. I could literally pick up the phone right now. Hey, what you doing? Let's go have sex. That's not dating. Like let's just.
No, some people date to have sex with you. What I mean, they will date you with no intention of marrying you, but they enjoy having sex with you. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, those people could go to hell in the Uber. But back to the first thing I was saying. I was always taught, and it makes sense because it registered to me. I met this dude, and all he kept talking about was the women that he dated before me. He's saying one thing, but I'm hearing something else. He was like, "Yeah, and me and the girl was barely going somewhere, and she come asking me for a $2,000 purse." And I'm like, "Oh, did you buy it?" "Yeah, man." But so what I heard was, you knew this lady wasn't trying to be with you, but you still facilitated and bought her a $2,000 purse. So now when I look at you for $50, it's gonna be in the back of my head. That shouldn't be no problem because you just dropped out $2,000 and got this woman a purse. So what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying is sometimes when you tell people about stuff in your past, they're not hearing it to hear what happened to you. Some people are hearing it to see how they can do it, but do it in a different way. If that
I
makes
agree.
sense. Like
I agree.
if you tell them, like, my last boyfriend took all my money. Oh, I would never do that. Now they ain't lying. He ain't gonna take all your money, but he gonna make sure you charge all your credit cards up. So like I'm with the shoe cover effect in the situation, but not in the sense that I'm being deceptive about anything. It's more so I got to get to know some stuff about you before I just get to pouring everything out about me. And then what I'm telling you, it has to make sense to what we're doing. Because if you just dating me for sex, you don't need to know if I had both of my parents. Hell, you don't even need to know if I finished high school. That don't have nothing to do with the end result of what you want, which is sex. Not the type
But
of pussy.
but you don't really know they want sex. They not coming to you like that. They coming to you like they want to be in a relationship. I mean, I don't know. I'm
I
just
don't know.
saying that's the guy that's being adopted. We back to the adopted dude.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
The one that's dating for sex. He need a roof over his head. He need to eat. He's a user. He's a opportunist.
right. But have
And
Yeah.
y'all
it's,
ever okay, have y'all ever had having sex turn into a relationship by default?
I don't. I'll say I don't think it was the sex that made it turn into a relationship. I think you already kind of cut for him. And I'm talking about me. I already kind of cut for her in the beginning, and the sex wasn't bad. So it was like, okay, well, shit, I can keep doing this. And what
Well, I
happens
don't think.
ultimately, what happens ultimately, is that although the sex was decent, all the other shit that you probably really didn't like anyway starts to rear its head throughout the course of the relationship. Now, I'll say this: I've had
Mm.
some women's that some women's. I sound like a damn slave. I've had some women. I've had
The
some
That's all
women.
women
right.
Come on,
that I
Harpo.
was friends with that it turned to sex, it turned into sex, and we were still able to maintain the friendship.
After not having sex anymore.
Yeah, after not having sex anymore. Yes.
Well, that's good. Those are adults.
I'm getting sad again.
Why are you getting sad, Tough Cat?
I don't know. It's just so sad. I don't know. It's like it's just hard out here. You want
We're
to be
gonna
with
start.
somebody.
Listen,
You want
we're
to be
gonna
with somebody. You don't want to get used. You don't want to get cheated on. You don't want to be made a fool. Like it's just too much.
let me tell you. I used to be like so quick. Soon as somebody show me who they are, I'm done. And then I started letting my guard down, giving people a little chance. And now I'm back to my guard is up. Remember, I think maybe our first call, I told y'all about this dude, this guy that he might be listening. I don't know. He knows somebody that's listening if he ain't, because I didn't see him on a picture with somebody that's listening, that's commenting. But anyway, I told him I don't text conversations. Don't text
What's his
me.
What's his name?
Huh?
You, I
Put
don't
the
want to know
chain.
his name. Don't do
Put the
that to him.
chain.
Let me tell you why. Don't do that to him. I am a chronic texter, but it's because of my job. Okay.
Listen,
And
that's fine. But that's fine. Don't do it to me. If I'm telling you, if you're just meeting me
I'm
and
texting you as soon as this podcast over. I ain't scared of you, woman. We gonna go together real bad. I
listen,
like texting because when I'm texting you and you don't like what I'm saying, you can take it in and you got to think about your response. You know, sometimes when you talking, it's like it's too quick. I could text my whole paragraph. I know men don't like paragraphs, but now I just be talking to God because here you
We
damn
I
right.
like
mean,
we
and
like
that's
to,
fine.
but let me
That
tell
works
you
for
something
you.
about
But
men.
that don't work for me.
Let me tell you something about
And
men that you just said. Men don't like. We like whatever if we like the woman.
right.
Because
Exactly.
I can say I don't want to put up with this, and this, and let a bitch do it that I want to get with. I'm putting up with. I'm
Right.
tolerating.
Well, baby, who want to
Right.
get these paragraphs? Because I got a lot to say. Drop
No,
your
really.
number in
Like
the comments.
I've noticed that when we cut for somebody, we tolerate things that we wouldn't normally tolerate
I
because we
Exactly.
cut for the
know.
person. The
And
same
that
Exactly.
way
is the
But
The
heartbreak.
same way you just said earlier about guys being in your DM, and it's not that they in your DM, it's what they say when they in the DM. If you kind of already like, damn, this nigga is fine, he is cute, I kind of okay. Well, shit, let me see what he talking about. You gonna give him a shot regardless of whatever dumbass shit he say. You gonna see what he talking about.
if you feeling him like that, if
Listen,
you feeling him,
for
I
anybody
mean,
in my DM,
my
baby,
thing is this.
I'm going to the profile first before I say hi, hello. I'm going to look. I'm looking at photos. I'm looking at friends of friends. I'm looking at family members. All that. I'm going to another page you don't know about. Check on that. If you from New York, you out of there. You spam.
See,
You
I
fake.
don't do that. I don't create the fake Facebook pages. I don't
They
go to
do
people.
that, but
I
guys
don't go
do
to
that.
people. I don't go stalk nobody's Facebook page. I don't look on Instagram. I don't, maybe I'm old. I don't know. I don't do that because you're gonna show yourself to me. You're gonna show me who you are. I ain't got
That's
time to
true.
go look on all that. Soon as you show me and you don't show me the character I like, I'm out. I'm out.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
out. I mean, I don't know. Like, like I said, and the dude, I wouldn't mind going out with him, obviously, because I gave him my phone number. But
Oh,
you are disrespectful to me, and you are borderline narcissist. I don't really know what you are, but if I'm telling you I don't like texting conversations, and you continue to text me, what? And then he texts me, "Hey, Sonia, how you doing?" I mean, I haven't heard from him in like 2 weeks. But the other day, "Hey, Sonya, how you doing?" I didn't respond. "Sonya, I sure would like to take you out on a date. Give me a call. I didn't respond. And he texted again. You're a fucking idiot, dude.
Don't do
And
him
I
like
really
that.
could block him, but I just want to see him text and I'm not gonna respond. I could block him, but
Sir, if you're listening to this, please call that woman. Pick up the phone and
listen,
call her.
baby,
She want to
baby,
be called.
don't call me because you have missed your point. It's over for him.
Somebody said he must be married.
He say he not.
That don't mean nothing. I know the married ones, they
He's
call.
invited me. He invited me to his home where he lives, and I drove by there, and I didn't want to go visit there. So
Why you didn't want to go visit there?
I don't want to put my feet on the sofa over there.
Does he live in South Houston, North Houston? Like what side of town does he live on?
Near
Listen, the side of town don't matter because now that I moved, I can tell y'all. But I had a brand new built house and it was in the middle of the ghetto. Like I swear to God, I stayed next door to some chickens and some crackheads. But my house that was built, it was in the middle of Fifth Ward, and it looked real good on the inside. I ain't tell nobody where I lived though. Back in the day when I was dating and I stayed over there, I used to be like, I live close to downtown, which I did.
I live in Cypress, but they didn't know you stayed on Cypress Lane.
He live off Kirby in an apartment, but it's
Okay.
hard no to the left.
Next topic.
So
Next.
if you live off Kirby, stop texting and call her. She don't want to text you on Kirby.
Listen, if you listen, boo, don't even bother. You've missed the mark.
Oh,
Next.
Next. Who you say? Who you said? You named some people that were single earlier. Chauncey Williams. Who else?
Yeah.
Ron. I got Ron.
I see you remember. You remember that name?
She can't
I remember.
Ron.
That's all I can remember. I know you said 2 or 3 names. You said McClendon, Chauncey, and who else?
Darryl McClendon.
You can't have him. Don't worry about Ron. He's spoken for. Hey, boo.
I'm just wondering.
Okay, so let's talk about slipper spoon because I'm a slipper spoon.
What's that?
I'm a slipper spoon. And let me tell you why I say I'm a slipper spoon.
Trying to get in where you fit in, explain that.
So I feel like my exterior is hard like a turtle, but I make being around me and conversations with me and situations with me, I make it easy for people.
What you mean?
Instead of being honest, because I'm not a guy who ever want to hurt anybody's feelings. Like, I don't know what that is about me. I never want to hurt your feelings, but I want to be honest at the same time. And sometimes the two don't go together.
Because at first you was mean. I ain't like you at first. You was mean and arrogant.
I didn't do nothing to you though, Nicole.
Yeah, he was mean, but we'll talk about that on the next show. Anyway, next.
So as a slipper spoon, I make it easy for you to slide into my life without respecting my boundaries because I give you so much rope. And instead of hanging yourself, people use that to constantly slide their way in, even though that's not the situation I want to be in or I want them in. So I'm gonna kind of be transparent here for a moment.
Okay.
So I had some conversations or some sessions with a counselor because of the grief and the loss, and so many people were saying, like, bro, ain't nothing wrong with getting counseling, ain't nothing wrong with going sitting down and talking to somebody.
Very healthy.
I was gonna ask you that, and I just want to interject because I talk to somebody too, and they teach us to use words like "I feel like." So yeah, I commend you for that. Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah. So, I mean, with those conversations, the one thing that she suggested is that I clean my plate. Clean your plate of everything and start anew from not a friendship, so to speak, or relatives, But any outside relationships that have any level of toxicity, clean your plate of them. Let them know you don't. And see, I'm the type of guy, like my friends are saying, you got to, yeah, if that's what they want you to do, just ghost. Like, no, to me, ghosting people is very immature.
Yes. The hell?
I'm going to have a conversation with you as an adult to say, hey, look, this ain't what I like. This ain't what I want. I don't like it for this reason. I don't want it for that purpose. And I would hope as a mature, consenting adult, you would respect it and we can continue on.
I need that in
That
my
goes
life.
back to what I said earlier, how people don't get to know each other. People are afraid to say, hey, you know what? I don't like this. I don't like that. And it's, I think it's healthy though.
But
Yeah,
what?
Especially
but Sonia,
if it's somebody you value.
when our core personalities are no longer lining up, like now I'm able to spend more time with you and things you say and stuff I see you do just don't
Mm-hmm.
suit me. It don't fit me.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
If I feel like I'm being put in a situation, Nicole, and hear me out, to where I gotta protect you because you running your mouth, you being nosy, you in people's shit, you injecting yourself in things that don't concern you.
How old is
That's
this person?
Old, our age, old enough to know better.
They need some business. They need to be focusing on you
But that's what he's
and
saying.
themselves.
That's their core personality. That's how they are in general. Before him, after him, with him. That's the core being of who they are. So, and you don't know that about a person off the rip. You know, I'm gonna tell y'all this on this podcast, so it could be another conversation. I can't stand when a person say people only do what you allow them to do. To a certain extent, I get what y'all saying, but that is not all the way true. Nobody is walking up to you saying, "Hey, how you doing? My name is Jim. I want to manipulate you, lead you on, cheat on you, use your car and bring it back empty." Ain't
They
nobody presenting themselves like that. So
they don't.
it takes life experiences for you to figure that out. Now, the only thing I can say I'm guilty of is when I see the red flags, I want to make an umbrella out of them instead of running and
You want to do
thinking that I'm
what?
gonna get better. I want to paint the red flags green and think it mean go, or I want to take the red flags and think I'm gonna pray to God and He gonna turn them green. But at the end of the day, what do you do? And I'm asking y'all this because you saying talk. I'm a talker. I'm like, what we doing? If you like having sex with me, but you don't want to be in a relationship with me, at this point, we don't have to be in a relationship. Like, what do you do when you ask people these questions and they still don't give you no answer? They just sit there, look dumb, or they try to redirect the conversation because you can't force
So
anybody to talk. If a person break up with you and they say, just don't call me no more. You can ask them till you blue in the face. Well, what did I do wrong? Or what don't you like? Not everybody gonna tell you what you did wrong. Not everybody gonna tell you, oh, well, it was Thursday at 3 o'clock when you answered the phone and you did this, it turned me off. So you gotta have two willing people that are willing to communicate because what do they say? You a damn fool to keep talking to yourself.
But
Hello, pause, you hear me?
what happens when that other party, Nicole, don't know how to communicate?
well, that's what I was gonna say. If you've been spending a certain amount of time with a person and y'all are obviously vibing, or maybe y'all only spend the weekend because of work or whatever the reason is. So y'all
Mm-hmm.
only doing it on the weekend. Well, now some things have changed. So now y'all spending instead of 3 days, maybe it's 4 or 5 days. And you didn't know they smoke. Now they smoke cigarette and you don't like cigarette smoke. So, but you've been dealing with this person for 7 or 8 months and you like a lot of things about this person.
Yes, I like
So,
you. Oh, never mind.
so what do? Do you tell a person, oh, I didn't know you smoked? And I don't smoke and I don't really I don't want a partner that smokes.
You
Or
gotta
do
ask
you just,
yourself, is that a deal breaker for you? Like, are you gonna like
I'm saying if yeah, I mean, obviously it's a deal breaker because you're saying something about it.
not
I mean,
necessarily. So
I
for
mean,
me,
I don't know.
it's not that it's a deal breaker. I'm saying something about it to see if you willing to make a change. But at the end of the day, if you providing and you
But
nurturing
wait,
and you
stop
doing
right
all this,
there. Hold up, tough cat. Why they gotta change?
that's what I said. If they don't change, is you gotta weigh your odds. Like, is it worth leaving them over? Or is it more like don't smoke in front of me? If you go smoke in the room, like it's compromise because
Right. So
you
is
can't
that
come
is that?
across. Miss Sonia, let me just say this, because I know
Mm-hmm.
you gonna help me. You gonna help me get married, and you don't even know it. But you can't come
Girl, I ain't
across
married
like a
myself.
you can't come across like a dictatorship. Like when I hear
Mm-hmm.
you talk, it's like 3,000 things that you ain't gonna do. You ain't gonna accept. Like, do you have the spirit of compromise somewhere in there? Because it seems like you trying to find a man that's gonna check off every box, and that's like impossible.
Who me? I'm not. I'm not. I'm no. I'm not trying to find a man that's gonna check every box because no man is. I don't check every box. So I'm not expecting somebody to check every box because I don't. You know, I'm not looking for a man to check every box, but there are some boxes that I'm not willing to deal with. And at 58, I can have. I mean, I'm almost 58. I get to choose. You know, it's just some things
Right.
that I'm not willing to sacrifice for.
That's
I mean, there
I
are a lot of
respect
things
that.
that there are a lot of things that I will sacrifice. I'm not taking if you my man and we've been dating 8 years and you lost your limb or you lost your job, that's different. But if you walk into me, I just met you, you get my phone number, you don't have no job, don't talk to me. Sorry. I mean, call me what you will and may. But I'm not rescuing no man. I'm not.
Does a man have to have a certain type of job to date you?
No, you don't need a certain type of job to date me. What I want from a man, I mean, what I want at this point is stability. I want to be able to uh do whatever it is I want to do. I want us as a couple to be able, if we want to go out of town this week on the spare of the moment, we need to be able to financially go. We're not gonna be like, oh, I can't pay the light bill because if we go, I'm not dealing with no man like that. I'm not. I don't
And you
live
know
my
what
life like
y'all know what
hmm.
I told somebody just might have been today, earlier today. I was talking to my
Hmm.
coworker and I said, I'm at a point to where so I've been on my job 27 years, be 28 in September. I'm just not at a point to where because I'm close to retirement, I don't know if I could meet nobody. Like I want to be married still. I'm just 55, and I feel like I want to be married and I want to share the rest of my life with somebody. But I don't know if I can share what I've worked for the past 28 years with somebody I just met.
Well, hell, you gotta go back 25 years ago and get you somebody you've been knowing.
Right. I mean, that's the beauty of it.
Man, look,
Because
let somebody
I
reap them
think about
benefits.
yeah, I think about the same thing. It's like, you worked hard, but guess what? You didn't work hard to share with that person. I mean, you're gonna share with that person, but you worked hard for yourself. These are the fruits of your labor. Now
Yeah,
you've met the woman that brings you the joy. So guess what? It shouldn't
Let
even
her
matter. You
let
should
her
be
eat.
willing. You should be saying to yourself, I've worked very hard to secure my life, to secure this. And if you're not already married, ideally we want to work like that with a partner. But if you're not married in your situation and you've been on your job, now you need your partner. This person is your partner. This person is going to be a person that you want to share everything with. You want everything to be easy. You want everything to be smooth. And you have made that available because you work hard and you're going to rescue that person or you're going to upgrade them. So I don't see anything wrong with that. But let me tell you something. When you meet that person, it's not going to be you're going to
You're not gonna
willingly.
think twice.
You're
It's gonna
not.
happen
You're
naturally.
going to, but in order to meet that person, you gotta which I'm in, I have to talk to myself. I even had a conversation with myself today,
Self.
because I'm like I said, you can't get my number. You can't. I'm not in a place right now. I'm not in a place. I mean, listen. You're gonna need your Jordans, and you're gonna have to jump high. Different place. And guess what? I'm gonna jump as high for you. You're not gonna be jumping high on your own. I'm gonna jump as high for you. I ain't asking you to do something I'm not gonna do. However, at this point, if you not meeting me, then we can't go.
Baby, you gonna have to talk to God, and He gonna have to send a message. And He gonna have to tell
I
me
don't
on
need
my
to talk to
shoulder.
God. I already talked to God. That's why I can stand firm on what I'm saying. Because I already spoke with God. I know my
Now,
value, and I
Cause if
know
I get
I know my
bamboozled
worth.
one more time, sick of this shit.
I know my worth.
These niggas be niggering.
And guess
your ass.
what? They can nigga on.
I'm tired of crying in the closet. Shoot.
Stop getting yourself in them situations where you crying.
You
Exactly.
can come on. You can come on the show next week and cry. So look, Sonya, next week we're gonna do an 8 o'clock start on Tuesday night. We're gonna start at 8 instead of 9. You good with that?
I'm good with
So
that.
Nicole,
Yep.
guys, is gonna be hosting the show next week. Nicole will be hosting. It'll be all Nicole all the time. All nothing but tough cat situations.
Right on.
Hey man, thank y'all for joining. That's been our time. This has been What He Said with Kevin Walker. That's Sonya Washington on the bottom. That's the tough cat up top. Appreciate y'all for joining us and listening. Tune in next Tuesday night, 8 p.m. next week, 8 o'clock next week. Appreciate y'all. Peace.
Hey. All right. Good night.